Hello friends, a very warm good morning to all of you. Welcome to Vijay Mohan IAS Academy, and this is Vijay Mohan. As you know that we are in Economy Snippets program, which is nothing but a short, effective and exam-oriented economy concepts program. So as part of this Economy Snippets program, today we will have an idea about gross domestic product, which is an important aspect with respect to Group 1 prelims, Group 2 exams, and other state level examinations. So, what is the meaning of gross domestic product? So, I will directly go into the definition. Yeah. So, gross domestic product is nothing but total monetary value of all final goods and services produced in a country within a specific time period. So, ikkada మనం 3 aspects మీద emphasis చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది. First one is that it is nothing but monetary value of all final goods and services. It is not about intermediary goods. It is nothing but the monetary value of all final goods and services. Second point is that produced within a country. So it is a location based measure produced within a country by residents and non-residents, right? Just try to remember this aspect. Another aspect is that it is produced within a specific time period. For example, 1 year. Normally, we will take for calculation purposes 1 year as the specific time period. So, GDP is nothing but total monetary value of all final goods and services produced within a country by residents and non-residents in a specific time period. It is the most common measure of the economic size and health, and it can be calculated by summing up 4 components. That is final consumption. It is nothing but private final consumption, and government spending, nothing but government expenditure, and investment component, and net exports. These are the 4 important components. So apart from this, how you will calculate private final consumption, government spending, investment, and net exports is another broad area of discussion. We won't be able to cover it within this short period. So as of now, just try to remember GDP is calculated with 4 components: final consumption, private final consumption, government spending or government expenditure, investment, and net exports. The formula, basic formula for GDP is final consumption plus investment plus government spending, right? And exports minus imports, nothing but net exports, right? So however, GDP is having some limitations. What are those limitations? And one more thing, I just wanted to add that GDP doesn't include transfer payments. Why? Because transfer payments are one-way payments. It doesn't include any exchange of goods and services. And the transfer payments lo eటువంటి goods and services exchange jaragadu, and mostly they will be payments to the people from government mostly. For example, pensions, scholarships, welfare programs or welfare payments, and social security pensions, unemployment benefits, these are all transfer payments. So these components are not included in GDP. This is another important point that you have to remember. So what are the limitations? Sometimes GDP is distorted and it does not measure the well-being. For example, GDP might be growing, but how the distributive justice is being done may not be appearing in GDP, and also how inequality is reduced and how much inequality is persisted in the economy may not be reflecting in GDP. It only shows the number, how much it has increased compared to the previous year. And it ignores non-market activities like care economy, elderly care, child care, right? And cooking being done and taking care of family by women. These are all not being included in GDP calculation, and it can be distorted. For example, at the time of natural calamities, consider that there is a natural calamities, and aftermath of the natural calamities అంటే ఒక విపత్తు జరిగింది. దాని తర్వాత ఏంటంటే రీకన్స్ట్రక్షన్ కోసం ఎక్కువ స్పెండింగ్ చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది. దానివల్ల గవర్నమెంట్ స్పెండింగ్ పెరుగుతుంది. బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దట్ గవర్నమెంట్ స్పెండింగ్, జీడిపి విల్ ఇంక్రీజ్. జీడిపి పెరిగినట్లుగా మనకు కనిపిస్తుంది. సో it can be, maybe it can be a distorted figure sometimes, right? And one more aspect, jobless growth. సో దీనికి ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఏంటంటే because of the, for example, technology improvement, AI generated కానీ లేకపోతే ఏదైనా టెక్నాలజీ ఇంప్రూవ్మెంట్ వల్ల ఒక కంపెనీ ఏంటంటే ఇట్ కెన్ improve the GDP, but because of that technology improvement, there is a reduction, there might be a reduction in the workers, or there might be a reduction in the employment being offered by that company. ఇటువంటి టైంలో కూడా ఏంటంటే జీడిపి మనకు పెరిగినట్లు కనిపిస్తుంది, బట్ corresponding employment will decrease. So this is another aspect or another limitation of GDP, right? So these are the basic aspects and limitations of gross domestic product. So now, based on our discussion, we'll just try to see one MCQ. Yeah. Okay. So GDP is measured on a domestic basis and therefore excludes net factor income from abroad. So this is correct statement, because GDP is measured on a domestic basis and therefore it excludes the net factor income from abroad, which is a component of GNP. And GDP includes production carried out inside the country by both residents and non-residents, which is also a correct statement, because it includes the production carried out inside the country by both residents and non-residents, and it is a location specific measure. And third statement, GDP includes transfer payments like pensions and scholarships because they increase household income. This is wrong statement. Why? Because GDP excludes transfer payments. So which of the statements given above are correct? Answer is 1 and 2 only. So this is it. We'll meet in the next video. Thank you.